So the phrase measured buying environment came up a few times from Brett Taylor and from Mark.
Yes, and I think that Mark made a mistake. I think in the previous call, he had a vision that this could occur. He understood and was talking to enough CEOs to recognize that people are not buying. That's the beginning of the process, used to be the end of the process. And it would have been very, very helpful had he just lowered the boom a previous quarter, and I think you'd start seeing the stock going up. That said, he is buying a huge amount of stock. However, as is often the case, David, with tech stocks, they issued a huge amount of stock. So a buyback is not like if you're buying back stock at Caterpillar.
No, $10 billion though is the buyback. He sort of had that on the call that leading into it, talking about, people ask us about M&A. Well, we are looking at this.
You found that funny.
I did. I kind of knew where it was going.
David's in that M&A humor that they do.
Yeah,
when they have a Perrier when they go out.
And it's Salesforce, but $10 billion. Listen, his characterization was interesting, and you're right. It would have been interesting to have gotten it a bit sooner in terms of even when he said, Jim, that he's met with hundreds of CEOs and economists and business leaders, other experts, and says what we've said so many times.
I know.
Nobody's quite sure exactly where things are going, and hence then it come back to the measured word that they used a number of times in terms of their customers and how they're approaching things.
The more he used it, the more you saw the stock trade down in the evening, and I don't think that the stock, my chapter trust has had a long-term position, not large, but we are interested in picking some up because he has done the major reset that you were looking for, and if you believe in resets, he's put in the Gigunda reset. The only issue that I have, and Dave, I'm curious to know what you think about this. I checked in with Brett Taylor, co-CEO. How much time has Brett been able to put in? Now, Mark said not a problem, but that this Twitter lawsuit, Brett is the chairman of Twitter, is not something that can be dismissed in terms of your time.
No, I can't answer that specifically, but I can tell you based on having followed these kinds of battles previously, the chairman of the board is going to be spending a good amount of time on this. There's rarely going to be a day that he's not engaged in some way with Twitter shareholders and having to have calls with the lawyers. He's the point man.
He's the point man. Now he's indefatigable. I think he texts me back at like 2 o'clock his time. But I will tell you that as among NVIDIA and Salesforce, I buy Snowflake.
Well, the one name that will open higher of those 20%. We'll talk snow in a moment. Really quick on Salesforce, Forex is a big piece of it.
Yes.
They did raise their guidance on headwinds from 600 to 800 million, and actually Benioff talked about that with Jim as well.
90 days ago when I said, we had a great quarter, but the dollar had a better quarter because I was in Japan and I could just see everything was a third off. And then now we see the euro, I think, which is now maybe for the first time in quite a long time underneath the dollar.
So that's going to be something we've argued in the past the market looks past.
Right. And I question whether there would be some sort of mean reversion here. And Mark wasn't buying that at all. I mean, he's thinking this is a long-term issue, is strong dollar. The humble nature, David, of Mark Benioff last night, whether it be humbled by currency, humbled by the longer-term cycle of selling things, was new. The bravado over buying back stock, I think, is real. But the fact is that if you take a look at the amount of stock that they've issued over time, it's tremendous. I tried to get him to say that Slack had been this new door opener and doing things. It's almost as if he refused to go with any of my positives. I felt a little like his mother.
Trying to what?
Yeah.
Trying to get him there.
Yeah, get him there.
But humble's not a word I would typically associate with him.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
I think he was humility. Now, when I see him tonight along with David Blaine and Seinfeld for a CEO dinner.
Was that happening tonight?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
He does these soirees where you learn things.
I know. Well, last time I complained, I actually got invited. So
I know. I hope I get to sew up Blaine's lips again. And inside will be the King of Diamonds. Actually, who helped sew it up last time? A senatorial candidate from Pennsylvania.
Dr. Oz.
No, Fetterman. Yes, Dr. Oz.
That's one.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.